basically the whole, wah, you force Roman Reigns down on our throats, wah.
Here we fucking go.
And Finn Balor on his first night, and granted, love Finn Balor, but Finn Balor, first night, beats 4 top guys, and then goes on to beat, like, the top guy on the show, main eventing SummerSlam right away.
Your argument holds no water.
Double standards, 101.
It's not a double standard.
That's not a double standard at all.
At all. You are so wrong. I don't think you understand the point of the argument.
Unless you're just being facetious.
So
no, Sean's being serious. I know.
No, I'm being serious. So why is this okay and Roman Reigns is not?
Because he already came in with momentum of being super over from NXT to the point where this guy's already got his own like toys and stuff like that and is advertised on the main product. And coming in, he's over. The crowd's cheering for him, and this hasn't been going on for like 18 months of the crowd booing him and not wanting him to be over, and we keep getting him over and over again. He's coming in with a positive reaction, and now he's getting some opportunities. If after a month...
I'll tell you...
Go ahead.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Okay.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Because the main argument is that the WWE is pushing Roman Reigns. Oh no, let's not do that. And now the WWE is pushing Finn Balor.
Well, why?
Yeah, let's do that.
But you're forgetting about why people said, "Oh wait, they're pushing this guy. This guy goes to the top."
Because people like Finn Balor already. That's why.
Because he was green.
But wait,
he wasn't that great of a singles competitor.
Denny, wait. People like Finn Balor. Yes, that's the point. They didn't like Roman Reigns.
People like Finn Balor.
They've been watching a wrestler wrestle, and he's over. The crowd likes him, and now he is moving up.
I think you're missing my point.
I'm not.
My point isn't that people like Finn Balor, you don't push Finn Balor. My point is that people liked Roman Reigns, found out, oh no, the WWE wants to push him, didn't like Roman Reigns, but are totally fine with, as long as they're okay liking a guy.
Because they pushed him before he was over.
You can make him Superman in one night, and it's totally fine.
Listen,
argument goes both ways.
Roman Reigns wasn't the most over member of the Shield. He wasn't that over.
Easily. You guys are on crack. You guys are on absolute crack. He was more over than the other two combined.
Okay,
no,
Sean,
absolutely not.
Sean, even if that is true, which it's arguable that it's true. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but that's not the argument here. It doesn't matter. He was over in the Shield, but he wasn't over by himself. He never proved himself by himself from fucking day one when they split up, right, in 2014. And he went right to the moon, and people were like, well, we don't know what this guy can do on his own. And then there was a lot of backlash.
Logically like that. Stop. Nobody thought logically like that. What you're fleshing out is a logical argument that we would say, not just automatically.
Listen,
oh my gosh, Vince loves him.
He had like 2 singles matches. He had 2 matches on his own. Then he got hurt. He came back and he was in the main event at WrestleMania. People were like, "Why? What the fuck?" And then that's when he started getting booed. And
this was also at a time where people wanted Daniel Bryan.
Himself on his own.
People wanted Daniel Bryan. That was who everybody was fixated on, and they decided to give us Roman Reigns instead.
Established guys that were already over. Right. And they gave us this guy instead, and they were like, well, fuck this guy.
People didn't want the next John Cena. So in one night, they basically make the next John Cena with Finn Balor.
But people were cheering him.
No. They tried to make the next John Cena with Roman Reigns instead of making the first Roman Reigns. That's the problem.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's also part of it.
I brought this up. We don't have enough time to talk about this, apparently, but because we can just go on forever. But I don't know. It's a total double standard.
It's not a double standard. It's not comparable.
Total double standard.
This is a guy that people love, that they want, that is over,
and that's why they don't mind cheering him.
Who has the experience, who's been around, that they know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Roman Reigns had no fucking singles experience. He proven that he can have good singles matches.
Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. The reason why they didn't want to like Roman Reigns is because they didn't want Vince to shove him down our throats. That's why they wanted to.
Because he wasn't good. Because he wasn't good in singles matches. He didn't start having good singles matches till after they already were booing him because they were like, well, what the fuck?
Nobody gave a fuck about that.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's some revisionist history happening here.
What about all the older male wrestling fans that boo him? Do you think they boo him because they boo him because he's not a wrestler that they know and they like that's over like fucking Daniel Bryan? He's fucking big meathead fuck that didn't have any good singles matches. That doesn't have good matches.
They booed him because
they were already booing him before he started having decent singles matches. That's it.
They booed him because they didn't want him to get pushed like the next John Cena. That's why. But now we have Finn Balor, who's going to get pushed like the next John Cena.
But Sean, don't you think that if
listen, that remains to be seen because
totally. I'm just saying in one night, though.
But what we're talking about here, you're talking about a business where we've seen people who seemingly prove themselves over and over again, and they either flounder in a mid card or they make one mistake, and the powers that be go, "Oh yeah, he made a mistake. He's not fit to be in the main event." And this guy just got opportunity after opportunity, and although the crowd was rejecting this man, they just kept giving him to us over and over again. And this was over a period of months and months and months that the crowd grew to hate this guy even more. Whereas Finn Balor, he's literally had one match or two matches on Raw so far on the main roster. And
he's already main eventing SummerSlam.
If his match is terribly boring at SummerSlam, people are going to say, maybe we were wrong about this guy. And
no, they won't. Stop.
Well, we'll see.
They won't say that. You think the wrestling fans are going to do that?
I mean, ultimately, you can't.
Not a chance.
Because his match is going to be fire, and they won't.
I mean, ultimately, you can't hold that wrestlers like one guy and don't like another guy against them.
No, anybody could like who they want to like. It's why they like who they like and why they don't like who they don't like.
Let me say one last thing of what you're forgetting, Sean. And you're telling me, oh, no one thought that. All right, you could say that, but Sean, don't you think that if he didn't go immediately as a singles wrestler right into the main event without even proving what he could do, proving that he's good as a singles wrestler, not even getting over yet, do you think that maybe if he spent a year like not being pushed to the moon and being in good feuds, having good matches, getting over to where people like what he has to offer, don't you think that it would be different and that he wouldn't be booed like that?
So here's the counter argument, though, is because now this is for WWE standards.
That's for my point that I'm making to you about him proving himself and having the matches.
I know that your counter argument to what I'm about to say is that Ambrose and Rollins did it on the indies, but as far as WWE goes, Rollins and Ambrose were in the same boat as Reigns. They went right out of the Shield and went right to the main event.
Not exactly, no.
Not exactly, no. Rollins won Money in the Bank.
That was a while later.
But they didn't.
No, it wasn't. It was like the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, but
besides the fact that Rollins has a world of experience over Roman Reigns and can do it in the ring every fucking time.
He wasn't main eventing. He didn't main event anything until January.
Didn't make him the top baby. And that's different. When you make the guy the top baby and the franchise like the John Cena, it's a different fucking magnifying glass than the golden boy heel, the chicken shit fucking champion that, you know what I mean? He's supposed to be hated. It's not like he needs to be over and beloved. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think you guys are sticking up for douche wrestling fans.